Hey cuties, what's up, what's poppin'? It's me, Tina, and I know it's been a while, but we're gonna get into that later. It don't even matter. Today I did a little get ready with me, kind of like what I wish I knew or what you should know before you become a bottle girl. And then I just chat with you guys, did my makeup, not my hair, I don't know why I'm touching my head. I did my makeup, like an everyday makeup routine. This is basically what I do every single day. So I'm probably not gonna do an updated 2022 makeup routine because this is it. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look and you want to chit chat with me for a little bit, keep on watching and stay to the end. Hey cuties, what's up, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like every time I say that, it's like 3 months before the last time I said it. So in today's video, I'm going to be filming a get ready with me. I wanted to do like a life update, but I'm kind of in my work uniform. I feel like that would be a little bit distracting, so I wanted to do a like a what I wish I knew before becoming a bottle girl. I took some notes, even though my notes are kind of janky. I literally just took the notes before I sat down. It's been so long since you guys have seen me. I lost my camera, not this one, but my camera before this. I lost it and it got stolen. So to whoever has my camera out there, I hope you're happy and I hope you're making the best content in the world, because I wasn't. Anywho, I'm kind of running late. It is 7:32 and I'm getting ready for work right now. I kind of tried to set up a little vibe. You know, I got the candle lit and I got some wine in case you guys wanted to join me. Cheers. Yeah, I did my hair a second ago. I just threw my wig back on. This is a glueless wig, by the way, from Ted Hair, and then I put some curls in it even though it dropped, but I don't care. Like, it's Sunday, I need to hurry up, so boom. So first things first, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. I got a new makeup bag. Isn't she so cute? So I wanted to minimize all my makeup because I have like 2 big ass containers right here full of makeup that I don't use. I only use the makeup in this bag. So yeah, this just makes traveling a lot easier. Let's just hop right into the video. Let me tell you, you know, I don't want to spill the beans before spilling the beans. So I still work at the same place and I still go to the same school. So I have to literally travel from Savannah to Atlanta every single weekend, 4 hours on the road, bringing my makeup back and forth, traveling back and forth. So I needed something I can keep my makeup in that would just be a lot easier. Like, I used to keep all my makeup in like 2 separate bags and it would just be a lot going back and forth. I would leave some stuff in Savannah. One time I left my whole makeup freaking collection in Savannah and I had to stop at Target because I was like the only thing that was open and get like a whole bunch of makeup that I don't even use. Like, it was bad. So I'm really happy for my new makeup brush, or makeup bag, not makeup brush. One thing I hate about sit down videos where like I have to talk through it is when I'm doing stuff, almost anything in life. I don't think there's one thing that I could do in silence, but whenever I'm doing anything, I have to play music, watch YouTube, watch TV, watch like live TV, cartoons. So since I mentioned traveling back and forth, let's talk about that. But I've been like doing the back and forth drive since the year started, and when I started driving, I remember like people were asking me, is that gonna be too much for you? Like, you know, how are you gonna handle that? What about your car? You guys putting a lot on your car, da 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 da. But listen, Steve Harvey once said, not I'm coded Steve. Steve Harvey once said, you cannot be successful if you don't challenge yourself, if you don't make yourself feel uncomfortable, if you don't do things out of your comfort zone. And everything I do is in my freaking comfort zone. I don't do anything if it's outside of my comfort zone. So I kind of like didn't have a choice. I don't like working in Savannah. There are no bottle service jobs. There are not even clubs in Savannah. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a full-time college student. Nobody's gonna hire me for a couple hours throughout the day. I kind of didn't have a choice. And I always tell myself, if something becomes too hard, there are so many options. There are so many different ways. There's so many different things. Bro, don't do nothing you don't want to do. So the minute I feel like I don't want to do this anymore, like I don't either want to work in a club anymore, I don't want to make this long ass drive anymore, I'm gonna stop. So I know most people, the main reason why they want to work in a club or they went to work in a club or whatever is because of the money. That's like everyone's #1 thing. the money. There are a lot of pros and cons to making the money or whatever, and it's not as consistent as people think. For example, say you're working, oh, forget the example, perfect real life example, when the freaking pandemic happened. When the pandemic happened and we couldn't, you know, like a certain cities was shut down, the whole city would basically shut down. So Atlanta did shut down for like a couple of days or whatever. Like things that were open after a certain time had to close, like, you know what I'm saying? So there was a short amount of time where me and none of my coworkers were working. Like we couldn't work. The place where we make our money had to close at a certain time before we even open. Like we don't open until 11. The whole city was closing at 6. You know what I'm saying? So if we not having like day parties and stuff, which a lot of people, you don't make the same money at day parties as you do in the nighttime. So the biggest thing is saving. Like no matter how consistent the money is right now, you know what I'm saying, like no matter what, you gotta save working the club. You have to save. Nothing is guaranteed. You gotta save. If you're not saving, you have to have some other type of backup plan. You gotta have a job. You have to have something like just something else. You cannot solely rely on the club money. And then another reason why you need to save too is because not every day is going to be popping. Not every day is going to be $1,000 night. Not every night is going to be a $500 night. Not every night is even going to be a $200 night. I've been to work at least twice and only left with either nothing, like $0, or like $40. And the reason why I left with nothing is because nobody showed up. It would be like a private event, like a day party or something, and it's just the workers there and it's just us chilling and stuff. I'm talking about, this is what I wish I knew before I became a bottle girl, and I'm telling y'all what to do. This is what I wish I knew to save. You don't have to save. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta save. But me, I wish I would have known to save. If I would have started saving from when I first started working at this club, I started working here December of 2018, and it was my freshman year of college. I started doing hookah first. I did hookah for like a year or two, and then I've been a bottle girl since 2020. So if I would have saved from when I first started working here, like I would be so, like I would be a millionaire probably. Like I would have so much. And granted, I don't regret anything that I did, because whatever I didn't save, like I don't have any regrets. Basically, there's nothing I bought where I'm like, damn, I wish I didn't have that. I wish I could return it. There's no trip that I went on that I'm thinking I wish I never went on that trip. No, like I'm very happy of all the decisions that I made. But if I would have just known to save, like I'd be Gucci. And it wouldn't even be for right now anyway, because I'm still working. It would just be like for when I graduate or something, you know? You never want to get too comfortable with the money in the club. Never. Never. I'm gonna say that shit again. Never get too comfortable with the amount of money that you're making in the club, because you just never know. And then people don't even tell you about the tip out. You are making your money and stuff. You still working with a whole bunch of other people that are doing things for you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to tip them out at the end of the night. You have to make sure that the people that are making kind of like your work night go easier are getting taken care of as well. And I'm a little bit biased to this topic because I did used to do hookah, so I know what it's like to work and nobody tip you. Like I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, make sure you tip out the people that help you, because a lot of things wouldn't really be able to get done if they didn't do their job. It takes group effort. So does my lighting look weird? I have this big light that you guys have seen me record with before, but then I also have this itty bitty light, and I kind of looked too washed out earlier, so I added more yellow, but now it's giving golden, but it's kind of like a golden princess. I don't know, y'all. I'm just rambling. Let me get a couple steps ahead, and then I'm gonna come back and go on to my next topic, because I still have to actually get to work today. Okay, so something else I wish I knew before working in the club, I guess, is like anxiety. Like, I don't want to necessarily say my anxiety, because I wasn't even that familiar with what anxiety was, and like I never even said that I suffer from anxiety sometimes, which sometimes I'm still kind of in denial about. But anyway, if you do have anxiety, Everybody has anxiety. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody has anxiety. Some people, like, it affects more. Whatever the situation is, everybody suffers from anxiety, at least a little bit. Some of us just talk about it and other people don't. But anxiety in the club is like a real thing. And maybe I'm just too soft or whatever, but like, and it's not even just social anxiety. Like, I'm not even talking about social anxiety. I'm talking about like literally being fearful because you are in an environment with so many drunken people, so many high people. Like, you don't know what kind of drugs these people are on. People are coming from like so many different places. Like, it's just so many, it's too many different things to just feel 100% comfortable, if that makes sense. For me anyway. I know a lot of people are different, but for me, like, just knowing these two people could have literally been outside fighting, now they in here and some shit could go down. Like, you hear people getting loud and arguing, so now you gotta start thinking like, oh shit, what's about to go down? You know, no matter how safe the club that you work at is, like, these are still things that you have to think about. And even just being a girl, like, the #1 thing is being a girl, an attractive girl, a pretty girl. Like, just being a female, it doesn't even matter. Like, just being a girl and being half naked in front of a whole bunch of drunken men, like, that is very fucking, like, that can be very intimidating. Not to mention, it's not even an environment where it's like one-on-one conversations can take place. It is just extremely loud. So when they're talking to you, they already want to get close, they already want to be touchy-feely, you know what I'm saying? Like, anxiety with the men is really where a lot of it stems into. I don't even know like how to prevent being super anxious at work, honestly. Even to this day, it like, I still be super anxious no matter what. Like, I don't know, but I think that's just me. That's something I need to work on in general, like not being so anxious and fidgety and just like overthinking shit, thinking the worst. How y'all stop that? Comment below how to not make yourself anxious no more. So that I don't have to deal with this. One of the things I could say about making yourself more comfortable is to just find people who make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you don't work in an environment where the girls are like catty and stuff like that. Like, the place I work at is not an environment that's like that anyway, but people are like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they can make these kind of environments more competition or more competitive than it needs to be. Like, girl, we both here to do the same exact thing. Why are you being a dick? Like, bro, we're all here for the same thing. We all trying to make some money. But when people come in and they're just like on 10, you know, it can be a lot. Like, a lot. But I really do feel like me working in the club so young has helped me just deal with some of my anxiety problems, but also just deal with all kinds of people. Like, I come across so many different kinds of people at work. It's crazy. But one thing that all these people have in common is they're just trying to have a good time. They just want to come to this place and either enjoy themselves, forget about whatever it is they have going on the outside. You know, they want to meet somebody, socialize, whatever the situation is. Most of the people that come into a club have the same goal, and that is just to enjoy themselves and have fun. So it is my job to make sure that people enjoy themselves and have fun, but my role is also to make sure that I leave here with some money. So when people start getting crazy and start talking about other things that I'm not interested in, like going on dates, and like, if I had 10 cents for every time a nigga said what he could do for me at work, I'd be a millionaire. Like, I wouldn't even need to work in that place anymore, out of all the things that these people just say to you. And it's definitely taught me, like, men are jokes. Bro, I've seen niggas come into my job with 6 different girls in 1 week. In 1 week. And you know what I do? I mind my business. I don't say nothing. I serve them the same way. I treat her just like how I treated a girl from yesterday. If I would have just been more aware of all of the things that could possibly, I guess, like, trigger my anxiety or whatever, I feel like I would probably be able to I would have been able to handle just the situation and working there better. Because I honestly couldn't even tell you what the hell I'd be anxious about. It's just like so much going on. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, it be so much going on, like hella lights flashing, people just walking back and forth, fucking, you smell so many different smoke smell, the loud ass music, you can't even hear your own fucking thoughts. Like, it just be so much going on. And honestly, I feel like that alone is what makes me anxious, and I shouldn't have to apologize for it. I'm not. But I'm really just talking to myself. Like, I know what it is that makes me anxious, and it's not that big of a deal. It's okay. Another thing that I guess I wish I would have known is look. Like, how you come to work really does reflect how you work. And they always say, you know, look good, feel good, whatever. But when you work in this kind of environment where everybody is trying to look their best, customers are coming in, business people are coming in, like, there's so many people coming in, even your co-workers, the owners, like, everyone's coming in trying to look their best. And when you come to work, because there's gonna be days where you don't feel like doing anything, you just want to throw on some mascara, some lip gloss, and call it a day, which is fine. But just know and be prepared. Like, if you make that a habit, if you make it habitual to just go to work looking like nothing, you're gonna work different. And I hate to be that person that, you know what I'm saying, like, I hate to be that person, but it's the honest to God truth. Like, when you're just working there, you just feel so much more confident because you look better. Like, that is a real thing. And there was a point in time where I would go to work and I wouldn't care what I looked like. Obviously I would care, I still put myself together, I do my hair, whatever, but I just wouldn't go to the extent to make sure that I look good, not only for other people but for myself. Like, I look good enough to be presentable at work, but I didn't look good enough to make myself feel, I guess, presentable. I don't know. But there is some days where I definitely, like, you go to work and you be like, damn, I should do my makeup today. I should have stopped being lazy and I should have put myself together. And you kind of get treated a little bit differently too. You get treated differently, just like in everything else. You get treated differently when you look a certain way. People are gonna want you to serve them. People are gonna want to talk to you. People are gonna want to turn up with you. People are gonna want to tip you just because of the way you look, just because you took that extra step when you was in the house to put yourself together. And you're gonna notice a difference, because I notice a difference when I come to work with no makeup versus makeup. And I hate that that's the thing, but we just have to be realistic. Like, we can't think, oh, I don't have to wear makeup every day. Girl, yes you do. I don't care how clear your face is. Put some fucking highlight on and contour and make that shit look like you just beat your face. Like, do something. I don't do a full face of makeup every day. You're not saying beat your face, eyeshadow, do the most, but make yourself look decent. You know, make sure you shave your underarms. I know that's random, but just little stuff. Like, you don't want to be in a club where someone is celebrating their whatever birthday and they're gonna have these pictures in their phone for the, sorry y'all, my camera stopped, but they're gonna have these pictures and videos of you in their phone forever. They're gonna be showing people, sending it to people. You don't want to be looking crazy, and then you don't want that to, like, ruin your reputation too, or even ruin the club's reputation, because when you're just a certain way, they're gonna think a certain thing about the environment that you work at. So for example, if I had like just crazy looking hair, my co-workers had crazy looking hair, they're gonna be like, oh my god, like, this place is ghetto. I do not want to go party there. Yes girl, if you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you treat people better, you get better tips, then the reasoning why you went to work was made. Oh y'all, I forgot I was drinking wine. Cheers. That is Red Label wine, by the way, straight from Jamaica. I don't know if after I graduate I'm going to continue working in the club. Like, obviously I love the money, but I really would like to start getting into adulthood. Like, I really would just like to start getting into a career, getting more comfortable into something else that I'm going to be doing long term. So I don't want, when it's time for me, like when I graduate and it's time for me to actually get a real job, it's my first real job. Like, I want to be like, oh, I've done this before. And granted, I've already had 2 internships, but I need real experience. Something longer than just a little month. I kind of look forward to seeing what's gonna happen after my days at the club is over. Sometimes people DM me and ask, you know, I'm thinking about working in a club, what's your advice? So here's my advice. First things first, be yourself.
Be yourself and know that that's good enough.
Do not go into a club and feel influenced to be like everybody else, whether it's the people that's coming in there, whatever the situation is. Like, don't feel like you gotta keep up with everybody else to, I don't know, I guess fit in or make money. At the end of the day, you're there to make money. Once you leave that club, bro, you are still you, and that's how it should always be. I sound so dumb right now trying to give freaking advice, but it's real shit. Just always be yourself. Like, I feel pressured a lot of times at work to, I don't know, sometimes be more fun or do a certain thing, but that's not me. I want to sit down and roll a blunt. I just don't. And there's nothing wrong with that, and you shouldn't make somebody feel bad about not wanting to do those things. And if you're not doing those things, you shouldn't be judging the people that are. I don't look at people that come to the club to have fun and be like, oh, she's whack or she's lame. And then I don't look at people that come to the club to just sit and enjoy themselves and people watch, and I don't call them lame or whack. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own thing going on. You be you. There's a lot of things that I've seen firsthand, and if you're not strong enough, if you can't put your foot down and say no, you can easily get influenced and pulled into a lot of those things. If you know you're not really a flirtatious person, but maybe everybody else is, don't try to be extra flirtatious. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? There's ways. I feel like people don't think that bottle girls can get their job done without flirting. I don't flirt with these niggas. I don't. I'm polite. I'm a little bit politer than I would be if I wasn't at work, and go on dates with them. Like, you don't have to do that. I don't know who put this out there. I don't know why people think that that's true, but you can have a boyfriend and still be a bottle girl. Okay, you can still do all the things that you want to do and still work in a club. I think people think like the way we're dressed, or I don't know what, I really don't know what people think. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to make it make sense. Whatever you have to bring to the table, and the table being like that club, is going to be something new if you're just yourself. If you just go in there and say you're into, I don't know, tarot reading, say you're into zodiac signs or whatever, and you have a customer and y'all just sitting there chopping it up, don't feel obligated to be in this nigga face and flirt with him about things that he wants to talk about. Talk about what you want to talk about. You're at work. You can always get up and leave if you want to. Like, talk about school. I talk about their jobs. You know what I'm saying? I be asking them, what'd you do after college? Like, there's so many other ways you can be polite and have conversations with your customers without being flirtatious. So y'all, I'm almost done with my face, and I hope it looks good in the other lighting. I have a habit of looking at my makeup in all lightings before I go outside, and this is my first time doing this makeup in this lighting with this fucking bright ass light right here. I'm just hoping that it looks cute. So far it does. It don't look like, I think I color matched well. I actually need to bring this with me to work. All right, so that's basically it. I need to brush my hair. Even though this is basically wavy now. Like, my hair is no longer curled, it is wavy, and it's really my fault, because while I was curling my hair, something told me, like, put your hair in clips because you know it's gonna drop, and I didn't listen to myself. And now I'm here with basically straight ass hair. All right, cuties, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, thank you for staying all the way to the end. If you're coming back from however many months ago I recorded, thank you so much for sticking around and for hanging out with me, and just for liking my content in general. If you have any questions or anything about that, like about working in a club or anything else, you want me to do another video, like a more in-depth video about being a bottle girl and stuff like that, comment below or DM me and let me know. What else? That's it. Like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.